Hello everyone and welcome back. Today we'll be making a Startled Man animation. It is going to be very easy and we're going to be doing it with our mouse. So if you don't have a tab, you can follow along. So I'm going to make a new scene. I mean, a new scene is completely fresh. Nothing is here. And what I'll do, I'm in Tahoma 2D right now. So if you don't have that installed, just check my other video on how to install it. So now that we got our things set, let's make the background less white because we don't want to make our eyes burn. let's not make our eyes burn. And we can fill it with any color we need just to set the stage. Okay, so now we have our background and we can start animating. So first thing I'm going to do is that I'm going to create a new layer on top of my background layer, and I'm going to pick line in the geometric tool section, and then I'm just going to make a head real quick. Just any head that fits you. And because of we're using mouse, we're going to be using a very blocky style, and I think I actually like that style very much. Just need to get the head shape right. And once you've gotten your head shape, we're going to start sculpting the body. For our first keyframe, a keyframe is the most important poses of an animation. So this is going to be our first keyframe, and I'm going to draw the first keyframe like in just staying normally and minding his own business. I'm going to draw the neck. I'm going to quickly speed through this. You don't really need to know much about anatomy to understand what I'm doing right now. Just look at your own body and you'll be able to get it. Now we can make the chest. I just realized that his body is a bit smaller proportionate to him, so I'm going to make that bigger. He's supposed to be a big burly man. And I'm going to put him at the kind of far end of the screen, but not too far, so our focus is still on him. That's called staging. So now we can make him a bit bigger because it's supposed to fill up the frame. And let's make him like that. Let's gonna add some other curves so I can make his head shape more interesting. Yeah. Now, if you haven't learned the basics of Tahoma, that's fine. You can still just. Sorry if I'm going too fast. I can still just follow along. And now, let's finish his head shape. Finish his head shape. Body shape, sorry. This style makes me think of, the angular art style. And make his hand much bigger because he's a burly man. And I'm just making a fist. Making a fist. So now we can draw the shorts that he's wearing, like that. So now I'm still just using the line tool and dragging to make my lines. It's not anything fancy. It's just the line tool I'm using. And I'm putting on snap up here. This setting snap. If you look, snap. Now we can finish that. Those legs. So one day you use Ctrl Z. Now let's just copy this hand right here. And then we just flip it. our little secrets. Keep it secrets. Just to make things easier. Because then copy it. But I do not advise copying all the time, because you still need to learn how to hand draw them. Now, once you're doing that, okay, great. So now we can start with the shots look a bit weird to me, so I'm going to fix that. The shots look a bit weird to me, so I'm going to fix that. And I'm just going to go underneath the camera and I'm going to fill them up, because even though they can't see them, we still have to just finish them. So now we have our first keyframe. Don't worry, we'll give this guy a face later. We'll give him a face later. But for now, let's just get the overall shape before we start adding details. I just feel it's always a problem that I made the head maybe a bit too big or a bit too small. You need to always work on the proportions so that they are right looking. I think I like the other version better. So now that we have finished our first keyframe, let's just add a little bit of a detail to differentiate. Okay. So now, once we have done that, our next objective is to make the other keyframe. I'm going to turn on the on screen by I'm on my timeline right now, and I pressed the left arrow key to go to the next frame, and then you see that yellow circle. Just click it, and now you can see that the black has gotten a bit lighter. Not to worry though, it didn't actually change the color. That's just for you to be able to see the onion skin. So I'm going to select all of this. You can use Ctrl A, or you can just select it. I'm going to Ctrl C, go to the next frame, and Ctrl V. That's very important. That is very important. So now I'm going to almost like delete everything but the face that I need. Because we're only going to need the face right now. I'm going to select him, and then I'm going to flip him by going up here and pressing flip. I'm going to make him like that. Now I'm just going to copy some of these hands, because that's what I need right now. Let's copy that, go to the next frame, paste it, flip it. Actually, I don't need to flip it. You just keep this hand aside. And then we can make the hand go like that. Now drawing hands can be a bit daunting, I know. But once you've gotten the overall shape of it, there's really nothing to fear there. So now we could add that. I know the curves doesn't really work with our style, but for now we're going to have to add them because we want the thing to look more. You can keep the lines if you want, but I just added a few curves to make it more realistic. We're gonna make it sound good like that, making him defensive. Select the thumb, move it down because I just figured out that the thumb is too close, it makes me look like baby hands. Now we can connect the thumb to the other fingers and then we can finish that. So now, once we're done with the basic of the hand, now all we got to do, let's make that one a bit better. Now we can make the chest. So now we can go and take the other hand. That's, I remembered the other hand. So now we can take the other hand and then we can put it in that place. Then we can so now we can delete the rest that are poking out. Now it looks a bit funny, so let's probably not copy that arm and let's just redraw it. Just move it to make his shoulders wider. It's all about trial and error. So now that we're finished with the two key poses, now it's time for the fun part, this smear frames. Smear frames are basically the way to make it smoother. Don't worry about that. So now we can start with the fun part. So I'm going to move the second frame I'm gonna move it to, let's say, about here. We need to do the anticipation and the smear frames. So let's start with the anticipation. It's basically just a wind up of what it's about to do. Now for the first anticipation frame, for this first keyframe, I'm just gonna move some parts of the body, just stretch it up a bit, stretch it up a bit, make it go like that, and then move some of his body parts, move it like that, just a little bit inside. Okay, now we can just a bit inside, just a tad bit inside. I'm going to be animating at 24 FPS. It should already be default for you. Now all we got to do is just move some of his parts. Then we can move some of this. We can make the head move a bit tilted to the side. So now we can just, now I have moved some of the body parts, we can just, for the second anticipation smear frame, I'm just going to stretch it up just a little bit. And now time for the fun parts. The fun parts is the smear frames. Smear frames can be anything you want. They can be wacky, they can be fun, they can be boring, but we're going to make them fun for now. So I'm going to take this last frame I just did, copy it, and I'm going to squash it. Let's make it like that. And people won't even see it for that long. So you can just be as fun as you want with it. This is probably my best part of animating, making the smear frames. Let's just add that. So we can see our two first frame and our two keyframes. Now for this one, I can take this head, and then I can move it and flip it, and I can make it as weird as I want it to be, as weird as it needs to be, as weird as it needs to be. They will just move it, just doesn't even have to make sense that much. But it can't all be just like that. It has to be just a little bit neater. You don't have to really bother yourself about the hands in this one. You can just make them like that, because nobody will pretty ever see it. But that doesn't mean you should get lazy with your smear frames though. They should be fun and practical. And they also should be, that doesn't really apply for anything, but I want mine to be neat, because I was. Now we can just add that. Great. Now that we have our second sphere frame, this is looking. Now we can move this. And now that we've reached our final keyframe, there's still some things we need to do, like Ctrl C it, then Ctrl V it. Then remember that those anticipation things we did that time, we're going to squash it in a bit, because you know it went in. So, and then I also move the handy bit and some parts of it a bit. The overshoot is really what makes it be the smoothest it can be, or also just make it look jagged, really jaggedy. Sorry. Now we can just move the hand, the head. Now this one, Ctrl C it, then Ctrl V it, just make it a little bit like that, and then paste it, and then paste it. Okay, so now all we got to do is just Ctrl C, Ctrl V it, and now let's check it. Now you can see that looks really smooth, and you see you can barely see the smear frames. Now, to give this guy more life, we have to give him a face. So I'm not going to do anything too complex, because this guy wasn't complex from the start. I'm just going to make him like that, a bit tired. Then you come to disturb him. We can move the eye stuff. We can move it. If you want, you can make this, you can apply the same principles to, I don't know, a unicorn. It all depends on you. Now we can make the eyes black. Sorry, make them black, and we can add the thing that makes it come alive, the eye highlights. We can turn on the onion skin for now because it's just the first frame, so we can see what we're doing. Now we're done with the first frame. Let's give him eyebrows, because we can't just leave him like that. Okay, let's also give him a nose, tiny nose. So now we have our first frame of the eyes. Now, since this is the anticipation, we can make it go stretched further. Make it go make him like, what just happened? Something like that. Remember, I forgot to copy and paste, so now I have to do that. Remember that Thelma 2D is a bit different from OpenTones. So you have to get used to that if you have been using OpenTones. So now once we're moving up, we can now make some changes to the face. Like we can make his eyes, like make them go really small, because he's very shocked at how you would do that. Now let's make the eyes a bit better. Let's move it up. Now we can come and then paste this, and then we can make it wide. Make it wide because it's a wide guy. Making these frames always make me laugh whenever I pause in an animation and see these frames. It's good for studying, but it's also good for making you giggle a little bit. Now we can flip it, make it like that, and then we can remove these parts, and then Ctrl+C, Ctrl+V, flip it, make it into the right direction, and yeah, it's pretty good. Ctrl+C, Ctrl+V. Now we can put up the other side. We can make him have a square mouth or something like that. Something wild like that. It's just good to always have fun, because if you're not having fun, what's the point? Let's have fun with the smear frames, because they're always my favorite part. Always give me a little bit of a giggle. Now we can go on to the actual thing. Now we're gonna have to remove this rectangle mouth, sadly. Let's remove these eyes, and let's just make the eye actually enough. Like, how could you do that? Sometimes I always like to make the same expression of my characters. Oops, it's cross-eyed. Because it's always making it feel like I'm making a expression right now. How could you do that? It's always just good to have a bit of fun while you're doing this. Now we can draw the mouth, go back to line, and let's just draw an accurate mouth. So you want to do that. So now wide open. So it has to be like that because it's at the other side. So now we can draw the teeth. And we can draw the bottom teeth like this. Now it might look like a lip, so I'm going to add white there, fill it with white. Sorry. And then we're just gonna redraw the teeth. Sorry, it just has problems like that often. It just has problems like that when it doesn't feel. It is very annoying, but it's not as annoying as when OpenToonz does it. That's why I moved to that one. Okay, let's just do Oh, this is really weird. But for now, let's just remove the lower teeth since Tauna today is acting up. It's not doing what I want to do. Maybe it's the same white. For now, let's just remove that. And let's just make it black. That's just a problem. It really annoys me when this happens, but just learn how to forgive things and then just start them again. It really just annoys me when this happens, but it's fine. So now it's fine now. We can now make the mouth a bit exaggerated. Like it's so shocked that you would have actually do that. So now we can just copy all this. And then we can just make that better, much better. So now we can just continue that. So now we can just copy and paste that. So now let's see how that looks now. Now you can see it. So let us have more time to see this guy. So I'm going to copy the remaining frames. Just make that like that. Okay, so now we are practically done. Now all we got to do is add the guy that's tapping him and add sound effects. Sometimes the thing doesn't look good, so you just have to continue it no matter how bad it looks. Just because it might look good bad in your eye, but it might look good in somebody else's. So and all you got to do is just add the thumb. So now that we have the thing for tapping him, I'm going to make sure I can see outside, and I am going to make it cut off outside. Now all we got to do is make him here and then make him come in, and then we can make him tap. Remember to always make the center the place you want to rotate it from, because I have fallen into that trap many times. And then you can just make him touch, and let's make him a bit longer. And then it should be another keyframe where it just comes out. So now let's see how that looks. Let's see how that looks. So now this is great. This is great. Now we're going to export this. Export this. I'm gonna export this. Let's just make him a bit longer. So now we're going to export this as in MP4, and then we're going to send it to the phone so we can do some sound effects. Okay, let's do that. Okay, so we've imported our animation. Don't mind the quality, it's just CapCut. Now we can start adding some sound effects. So I'm gonna go to audio, and I'm gonna pick sound effects. Sound effects. Okay, I think this click would be good. And then I just need him on screen. Okay, I think that'll be better. Now we got to do is align that. It's a little bit loud. Okay, so now we just need now we got this. Now make it don't worry about that. Now we gotta do is make it shout. Okay. Sorry. That was pretty loud. I'm super sorry. That was pretty loud. Yeah. I love that cutoff. Okay. This is great. This is very great. This is fine. Now let's just probably add a voice changer. Okay, let's make the pitch. I think that could be his voice, kind of like a song. Now we just need to add now just take it on top of it and make it. Okay, just adding some sound effects. Now I think this is very good. I like this. This is really good. Okay, so now that we have finished our sound effects, we are done. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I hope I'll see you in the next tutorial. Bye.
Here is the final version. I hope you liked it. Make sure not to miss the next tutorial. Bye.